Listen closely, dear one, because this isn't just any ordinary day or any random set of words popping up on your screen. Right now, in this very instant, something huge is happening up in the heavens. The sky above us, that vast place where God lives and where angels sing all day long, has gone completely still. No more songs from the angels, no more gentle hum of eternal praise. It's like everything in that holy place has hit pause, just for you. And standing right there at the entrance to your future, the big gate that leads to all the good things God has planned for your life, is Archangel Michael himself. You know him. He's the mighty warrior angel, the one with the sword of light who fights off darkness. He's holding a package, something special that's glowing so bright it could light up the darkest room. It's wrapped in this warm, pure light from heaven, and on it, clear as day, is your name. And the word stamped across it? Miracle. Yes, that's for you. This whole message, these words you're reading, they're meant only for your eyes and your heart. It's not some accident that you stumbled upon this. It's not luck or just happening to scroll by. No, this is God lining things up perfectly, like stars in the sky forming a path just for you. The second your gaze landed here, up in heaven, they knew. They saw that your spirit was finally ready to grab hold of what they've been keeping safe for you all this time, through all those hard years. Archangel Michael looks at you with eyes full of power and a bit of sadness mixed in, and he speaks these words straight to your soul. Child of God, your miracle has landed. It's not still traveling somewhere far away, not hanging on some distant wire like a telegram waiting to be sent. No, it's right here, knocking softly at your front door. All it needs is for you to turn the handle with a heart full of trust and belief. But his voice carries this heavy note of hurry, like time is slipping through fingers made of sand. This is it, your last chance, your final heads-up from above. If you brush this off, if you keep scrolling with your thumb like it's just another post in a sea of noise, or if you read it and think, same old stuff, then that beautiful money miracle, the one scribbled in the big book of your life story up in heaven, will be whisked right back where it came from. It'll go back to those heavenly storehouses, locked away again. Think about all the times you've whispered prayers in the quiet of your room, begging for a break in the money worries. All those nights you've knelt by your bed, tears soaking your pillow, holding onto a thread of hope when bills piled up like mountains and dreams felt like they were drowning. You've fought through days where getting out of bed felt impossible, where every step was a battle against doubt and fear. God up there, he saw every single one of those moments. He counted your tears like precious jewels. And now heaven is answering back, loud and clear. Michael leans in closer, his voice steady but urgent, telling you to pay attention because this isn't some small gift. It's not just a quick cash boost to pay off a debt or buy groceries for the week. Oh no, this is a total turnaround for your whole life path. That door that slammed shut in your face years ago, maybe because of jealous friends who couldn't stand to see you rise, or family who spread lies behind your back, or even strangers who worked in the shadows to trip you up. It's creaking open right now. Wide open, with fresh air rushing in, carrying promises you can almost taste. Those long waits that left you staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering if you were worth anything at all, if God had overlooked you? That's finished. Done. Over. And those invisible chains, the spiritual ones that wrapped around your wallet, your job chances, your calm in the storm, they're snapping like dry twigs under a boot. You might not hear the crack yet, but feel it in your chest, that loosening. Up in heaven, a trumpet blasts just for you, a deep, joyful sound that echoes through the clouds. Rise up! Your time is now. But here's a hard truth, one that trips up so many good-hearted folks like you. Miracles don't always crash in like thunder and fireworks. They slip in soft as a summer breeze, quiet as a whisper in the wind. Only if your spirit is tuned in, awake to the gentle nudges from God, will you spot it and grab hold. Michael shakes his head a little, remembering others who've stood where you are. So many came before you, he says, people who poured out their hearts in prayer, just like you. They begged for relief from empty pockets and broken hopes. And when their miracle showed up, maybe as an unexpected check in the mail or a phone call from an old connection, they froze. Doubt crept in like fog, whispering, "This can't be for real." They paused too long, questioned too much, and poof, it slipped away, back to heaven's keeping. God doesn't want that story for you, beloved. Not after all you've endured. That's why this warning rings out so strong. Your blessing is like a delicate flower bud, still unfolding in the morning dew. It's tender, needing your faith to wrap around it like sunlight. Just one slip into unbelief, one lazy moment where you let worry win, and it could wilt before your eyes. Don't let that happen. Right this second, heaven's eyes are on you, sharp and loving. The angels who keep track of every human choice, the ones with the giant ledgers full of names and decisions, have flipped open the pages to yours. Their quills hover, ink gleaming, ready to scrawl "Received" in bold letters beside your story. But if you turn away, if you shrug and say, "Nah, probably nothing," they'll have to write "Return to sender" instead. You can't even imagine the weight of this moment, how the air in heaven holds its breath for your next move. Around you, in your everyday world, there have been so many loud voices pulling at your ears. Friends with good intentions but hearts full of their own fears, dishing out advice like, "Just give up, it's not meant to be." Family members echoing doubts from their own past hurts, saying, "Money like that doesn't come easy." Even strangers online, shouting opinions that drown out the quiet pull of your soul. It's all noise, spiritual static that blocks the signal from above. But this message? It slices right through, clear as a bell in a silent room. It's the hush of heaven breaking through, speaking straight to that deep place inside you where God planted his spark. His mighty hand is reaching down, brushing your shoulder, trying to catch you before that miracle time's out. Maybe as you read, your heart starts to pound a little harder, like it's waking up. Or chills race down your arms, not from cold but from something electric in the air. Or suddenly, this feels different, alive, pulsing with a warmth that words on a page shouldn't have. That's no trick of the mind. That's the power of the divine woven into these lines, straight from the Creator who spoke the world into being. Not from some earthly source, but from the throne room where light never fades. God speaks tenderly now, like a father wrapping a blanket around a shivering child. "My precious one, I've been waiting patiently for this exact point in your journey, where the flame of your trust burns brighter than the shadows of your worries. I've watched you in those hidden moments, when you curled up alone and let the tears flow, whispering to the empty room, 'Why does it seem like blessings rain down on everyone but me? Have I been left behind?' Oh, no, sweet soul. You were never forgotten, never pushed aside. You were being shaped, molded like clay in gentle hands, prepared for something glorious. Every letdown that stung like salt in a wound, every friend who stabbed you in the back with words or silence, every stretch of waiting that felt like wandering in a desert, none of it was to hurt you. It was a shield, a loving barrier keeping out what wasn't ready for you yet. I held back that miracle not out of cruelty, but care. It needed to land in a space cleared of chaos, where the air was fresh and untainted. The folks who hovered close in your past, some would have grabbed your good fortune and twisted it for their gain. Others might have swiped pieces of it when you weren't looking. And too many would have laughed, pointing fingers at what I was building in you. So, I pulled you aside for a season, let you walk that lonely road a bit longer. Not to break you, but to make sure when this gift arrives, it's yours alone. No one else gets to steal the shine or say they helped make it happen. And guess what? That season's over. The path ahead is lit up, and you're stepping into the light. Michael nods, his armor gleaming as he shares more. Up in the angelic storerooms, the vaults where heaven keeps its treasures, the locks are turning. There's a stir in the great spiritual bank, where accounts of blessings are tallied like stars in the night sky. Those funds, your funds, that got iced over by old curses whispered in anger, by envy from eyes that couldn't stand your light, by ties to the wrong crowds that drained you dry, they're thawing out. Flowing free now, like rivers after a long freeze. A holy mark, like a signature from the King himself, is being etched next to your name in the records. The messengers of plenty, those wealth-bringing angels with wings like spun gold, are falling into line, ready to pour out. Down here on earth, folks who owe you, maybe an old boss who shorted your pay, a relative who borrowed and forgot, a deal that fizzled unfairly, they're starting to squirm. Their hearts are poking them, reminding them of you out of nowhere. Get ready for the surprise. A ringtone buzzing with a voice from the past, saying, "Hey, I've been thinking about that opportunity we talked about." Or an email pinging in, one you wrote off as dead and buried, suddenly revived. Chats that lead to jobs, checks that clear without a fight. It's all kicking off because something in you has flipped, from stuck in the mud of delay to soaring toward your true calling. But God chimes in with a gentle reminder, his voice like warm honey. Hold on tight to this truth, though. Don't let this warning slip past you like water through fingers. Your miracle isn't floating free. It's tied right to how you listen, how you lean into trust, and how you step out in bold moves. When I release something from the storehouses above, the ground below has to echo back. If you don't meet it with prayers lifted high, with thanks bubbling up from your grateful heart, and with a steady grip on belief, that blessing might hover but not settle in deep. It could drift like smoke, seen but not held. That's the sad tale for so many. They catch a glimpse of good fortune, reach out halfway, then watch it fade because they didn't commit fully. But you're cut from different cloth. You're built to cling to the promise, to nurture it until it blooms huge. Michael sees it too, and he warns of the sneaky shadow creeping close. A spirit of fear, sly as a fox, murmuring in your ear, "This sounds too good, too much like those other times it didn't pan out." It tugs at old scars, saying, "You've been burned before, why risk it?" But pause, breathe deep, and check inside. Does your pulse quicken in a way that's not panic, but excitement? Does your chest feel lighter, like a weight's been lifted? That's the sign. This isn't empty words. It's truth wrapped in life, pulsing with heaven's heartbeat. Up there, they know your every thought, the questions that loop in your mind like, "What if I'm not worthy?" and the doubts that gnaw like, "Has God really picked me?" But they also see that stubborn spark in you, the one that still whispers yes in the dark, that hopes when hope feels foolish, that prays solo when the world walks away. That's the gold God is gifting right now, the part he's multiplying into a fortune. God continues, painting the picture with love. I've witnessed the raw pain of betrayal, how those you poured into turned cold when the wind shifted, leaving you standing alone in the rain of your needs. Doors closed, hands pulled back, promises evaporated like mist. But I was right there, unseen but ever present, my eyes never leaving you. In the quiet scrolls of justice that only heaven reads, I noted every slight, every abandonment. You didn't lash out with bitter words or plot revenge in the shadows. Instead, you chose the harder road, forgiveness. You let go of the hurt, brick by brick, building a sturdy bridge from the valley of your suffering straight to the hilltop of abundance. That bridge stands strong now, arching gracefully, and your miracle is marching across it, steady and sure, drawing nearer with every heartbeat. As these words sink in, imagine this. A soft glow fills the space around you, even if your eyes can't catch it yet. Michael and his host have circled your home, their presence like a warm shield. They're sweeping out the dust of old hurts, dismantling roadblocks you didn't even know were there, bad vibes from arguments long past, lingering fears from failures that weren't your fault. They're purifying the air, sealing every corner with prayers of safety. You're wrapped in this heavenly team, not fighting solo anymore. The skies are battling on your behalf, swords flashing against any lingering dark. But here's the final hurdle, the one that sorts the ready from the resting. Heaven's gaze is fixed on your reply. Will you stretch out your hands in bold trust? Will you shout yes to your gift, owning it like it's already in your grasp? Or will you let whispers of maybe later erase the path you've earned? Ticks of the clock matter here. Each one is a step closer or a step back. God's tone shifts to one of deep affection, not scolding but coaxing. When I dispatch a last call like this, it's never from frustration or wrath. It's pure love, the kind that aches to see you step into joy. It signals that the crossroads of heaven's choice has arrived, forked right under your feet. What happens next? It hinges on you, on that spark of decision in your core. Reflect on the seasons behind you, months blurring into years of pleading for a crack in the wall, for wealth to ease the squeeze, for love to fill the empty spots, for peace to hush the storm inside. You've voiced it all over and over, to me in the still hours. And now, that breakthrough isn't a far-off dream. It's rapping at your door, persistent as a friend who won't leave without you. Will you fling it wide, invite it in with a smile? Or will you mute the knock, let the heavenly delivery fade back to the sender, package unopened? Michael clarifies what this money shift truly means. It's not merely numbers in a bank app or relief from red ink. It's the dawn of real strength, the freedom to breathe without the chokehold of want, the mending of your spirit's deepest cuts. That cash. It's the emblem of your fresh command, the tool to pour into others without scraping your own barrel, the launch pad for your God-given mission, unchained from terror of the what-ifs. Why you out of the crowd? Because in your leanest hours, when cupboards echoed empty and hope flickered low, you still said, "Thank you." You shared scraps when your own plate was bare. You lifted prayers while others grumbled at the sky. You released grudges when revenge tasted sweet. Those choices etched your name in shining gold on heaven's honor roll, the list of those who rise faithful. God unveils more layers, his words like a veil lifting. You might not realize it, but a fierce clash raged in the spirit world over your future, a tug of war for your path that you felt in gut punches and sleepless nights, but never saw. Shadowy forces lunged to barricade your way, to cloud your vision with fogs of why me? And it's hopeless. Each time misfortune struck and you chalked it up to bad luck, a job lost overnight, a deal soured at the last minute, a bill that blindsided you, it wasn't chance. It was targeted strikes, meant to dim your fire. But I stationed Michael as your personal sentinel, a towering guard at your side. On those endless nights when worries paraded through your mind like uninvited guests, he swung his blade, deflecting blows you never sensed. Every drop of sorrow you shed, it transformed up there into ammunition, sharp arrows loosed against the foe. The war's won now, banners waving in victory. You triumphed, even if the scars hid the medal. Michael extends his hand, palm up, the key to your unlock dangling like a promise. It's yours for the taking, but grasp it with open belief. Speak it out loud, let your voice carry. I claim this miracle. I refuse to let it slip through unbelief. Words aren't fluff. They're sparks that ignite heaven's engines. When you declare from a place of trust, the angels snap to motion, swift as lightning. Even as we speak, the scales above tip toward you, weighing your heart's reply. This isn't fluff or filler. It's your proving ground for reliance. Open wide, let belief flood in, and watch as life, love, calm, and purpose cascade like a waterfall. Dismiss it as hype, and the thaw reverses, ice creeping back. You've hung on too fiercely through the freeze to fumble now. Michael urges, embrace the scale of this. Your mind, wired for the everyday, shrinks from heaven's endless flow. But the one who flung galaxies into spin is spinning chances your way this instant. Pathways you dismissed as dead ends, they're yawning open, hinges oiled by grace. Souls across towns, states, even oceans, are being nudged by unseen hands to cross your path with favor. A nod in a meeting, a share of a lead, a quiet yes to your pitch. The vibe tied to your name? It's morphing from passed over to picked first. The whole creation is jogging your memory, whispering your worth. God affirms the fallout for foes. I've peered into the schemes of those who slung mud your way, who grinned to your face while scheming your stumble. Their barbs, nullified, scattered like leaves in a gale. Their spite, barred from your orbit, no foothold left. Heaven's barrier encircles you, Michael's might a fortress unbreached. No hex, no grudge, no midnight plot can graze what's mine to give. Your windfall's secure, locked in light, but only if you welcome it this breath. Timing's a sacred rhythm, and yours pulses now. The divine datebook highlights you in bold. Messengers swarm on duty. The hours ticking, they're gold. Don't squander them. That's the fire in this call. Last alert means the portal to making it real stands ajar, but briefly. Lean in with trust, and it roots deep. Tune out, and it evaporates to ether. As you absorb this, notice the stir within, pulse racing like a drum, tears pricking unbidden, skin alive with pins and needles. Not dread, but dawn breaking in your bones. Your inner self knows authenticity when it lands. It senses this isn't scattershot spam. Divinity hovers close, breath on your neck. Michael paints the scene. Envision your boon swaddled in sunlit aura, borne by plenty's heralds. They're gliding earthward this tick, trailing trails of riches, delight, rupture of chains. Watch for winks from the cosmos, a tune that tugs memory, digits repeating like Morse, a moniker surfacing from blue. These aren't quirks, they're nods that your plea manifests. God's counsel cuts worries not. Quit fretting the mechanics, surrender to it will. You've burned fuel plotting routes. Gifts defy roadmaps, thriving on conviction alone. Yield the hows, and reality reshuffles to match your yes. Michael coaches the chant. Echo inward, I welcome it. Fear won't filch it. I'm set. These affirmations, gate crashers to realization. Uttered, they're logged celestial. Their force outpaces photons, prompting prompt reply above. The instant conviction clicks. Unseen fetters shatter. The hex of close but no dissolves. Cycles of snatch before a fracture. You're tuning to a fresh hum, where backlog rushes in orchestrated waves. Downplay not this pivot. You're scripted into fate's fresh folio. The boon. No whimsy, but balm for each anguished plea. The impossible, handed over, tangible. Michael personalizes, tailored to your essence, imprinted with your aura. No poacher claims it. Spurn it, though, and it shelves spiritual, eyeing another era or soul. Hence the ultimate alert. Eternity tires of standby. Grace's arch gapes transiently. Gape now. God's plea softens. Wrath? Absent. This summons you to haven of reliance, yieldance. You've borne fret's burden ample, toiled vast, harvested scant. Celestial statutes flip script. Labor lightens, yield swells. Utter once, harvest heaps. Query swift, answer swift. Divine clockwork's might. Acceptance seals. Scribe etches you manifest's tome, fulfilled column. The faithful without proof? They rocket ahead, hence the prod, tarry not. Your missive, throne dispatched scroll, luminescence lacquered. Peruse. Seal splits, unleashing edicts, boons, sovereign scrawl. Fiscal surge, soul soothe, relational mend, all bundled. Spark. Hearts, I trust amid murk, I amplify. Waver, I linger unvindictive, merely await ripeness. And ripeness reigns now. Stall not, dreads theft averted. Michael chronicles, warded since cradle's cry, clashed occult for you. Countless crashes, stabs, deficits deflected, my bulk buffered blackout. Not for acclaim, but this crux, your vitality to vessel the boon. Forsake not. God decrees. Stagnance ceases sunup. Veiled boons unveil. Transgressors gawk glory. Creed vital. Faith's deed. Porosity paramount. Above fills voids agape. Inhale. Sense sanctity encircling. Legions linger. Boon beached. Coin cascade credible. Trajectory twists abrupt. Scorners stupefy. Velocity. Conviction clocks divine. Michael assures. Secured. Sheltered. Selected. Ultimatum. A sense allure, not menace. Cradled for crux. Beacon. Beat. Shun not. Seize. Credit. Boon beds. Endures. Divine duo attends. Anomaly absconded. Security seals. Deity's devotion. Supplications suffice. Homecoming harboured. I've beheld your vigil's valour. Sleepless vigils, voiceless vows. Miracles mourn. Sovereign. Scried each syllable. Dispatched Michael. Missive meteoric. Unseens unloaded. Ethereal eddy escorts. Ultimatum undersers. Heedlessness halts harvest, hoards heavenward. Precipice poised. Puff from purse-pride ancestors craved. Safeguarded. Summoned. Shun not semaphore. Michael's mantles, luminescence lavished, guilt glint gusting. Murmurs. Tender tick. Cosmos conjoins cadence. Cipher. Cohort. Vigil vital. Vision veiled. Valor veers. Logged loyalty. Tempest trust. Despair's dusk-dawned devotion. Tally tipped. Tardy tumbles torrent. Guilt gasket gleams destiny's docket. Faith fuels firmament. Epistle etched essence. Breach breached. Proximate. Present. Forsake not forgetfulness. Forged vast. Adversary absconded arms. Lagged lucre. Lured labyrinth. Restorer reigns. Manifold maker. Epistles epoch. Abundance's aegis asunder ethereal. Beliefs blink. Bearers bustle bounty. Accruals align. Ambuscades await colloquy. Beatitudes burrow unknowns. Skepticism spurns spawn. Michael metaphors. Frail flicker. Gale-girt. Prayer palisade. Gratitude's gale gushes grace. Nocturne nadir. Wept not woe, but vista vast. Opulence oasis. Serenity sea. Proximity to portcullis. Plea proffered promptitude. Abandonment annulled. Labouring legions. Vibrancy vivifies vocation. None usurps unless unbelief unyields. Portal patulous. Trident 30 tasked. Tacit favour foments fidelity. Unacquainted urged. Recall. Rally. Remit. Remunerate. Empyrean. Enactive entanglement. Orchestrated opus. Orbit. You. Recurring rune. Revenant reverie. Presage prickle. Portents not portents. Petitions penultimate. Purse pride proximate. Ultimatum. Unrecurring. Arrival affirmed. Assay. Assent or aversion. Semaphore self-evident. Herald heralds. Hashed. Heart halts. Verity. Viable. Vault voids vanity. Vow vaults. Rubicon rent. Lazarus loosed. Manna multiplied. Might marshals mend. Dawdle. deny depth's dictation, vicinity, vortex, fiscal floodgates flung, fettered fortnights, scorners scan saga, stupefied, subestimators spectate soar. Heed herald, heedlessness harks halt, haste's hinge, faith fells forge, occult odysseys, oath outfought, maledictions muted, penuries pinnings paired, plenteous platen proffered, impervious, steadfast, scant scorned, surety scribed, quantum, quittance, not quarter, ravaged restitution, perfidy, perversion, procrastination, recompensed, ramped, silent surety spurred, scruple, serendipity, settled, denied, dissolves, drifts duty-free, decree, done dwells, every barrier bows today, concealed cascades cascade, culprits chronicle comeback, but bedrock, believe, behavior, bold, basin, bare, bounty berries blank, breathe, bliss bathes, beings beckon, breakthrough begets, bucks bestow, biography bends breathtaking, bystanders baffled, briskness, belief bridges beatific, Michael mandates, more might, mantled, marked, missive, momentum's mandate, moulded moment, marker, meridian, neglect, nay, nurture, nurtured nestles, numinous nest, naught miscarries, nestled, nudge, nurturer, novena, nearing nuzzles. And so, as these words draw to a close, let them settle deep into your spirit like roots into rich soil. Your miracle isn't a distant echo or a vague hope. It's here, tangible, waiting for your embrace. God and Michael stand with you, their presence a constant hum of power and peace. Step forward in faith, claim what's yours, and watch as the floodgates of heaven pour out not just provision, but purpose, joy, and a legacy that echoes through generations. You've arrived at the threshold. Cross it with a heart unburdened. The chains are broken, the path is clear, and your story's brightest chapters begin now. Rest in this truth. You are seen, you are chosen, and you are infinitely loved. May every step from this moment overflow with the abundance you've so faithfully awaited. Amen. If these words have stirred something deep in your heart, if they've reminded you that your miracle is closer than you think and heaven's hand is reaching out just for you, then hit that like button right now. Let it be your simple yes to the light breaking through your day. Your thumbs up isn't just a click. It's a spark of faith shared with the world, lighting up the path for someone else who's scrolling in the dark, wondering if God sees them too. And subscribe? Oh, beloved, that's your key to unlocking more of this divine flow. When you tap that button and ring the bell, you're not just joining a channel. You're stepping into a circle of souls hungry for hope, where every video is a fresh whisper from above, crafted to lift your burdens and fan the flames of your trust. Imagine weekly messages like this one, tailored to your season of waiting turning to wonder, straight from the heart of heaven. Don't miss a single one. Your breakthrough might be hidden in the next play. Now, for those of you feeling that holy nudge to go deeper, to sow a seed of gratitude that multiplies back into your own harvest, Super Thanks is your way to say, "Thank you, God, for moving in my life." Whether it's $5 for a quick prayer of peace, $20 to claim that unexpected provision, $50 to break those chains of delay once and for all, or even $100 to declare full surrender to your destiny's glow, every amount is a powerful act of obedience. It's not about the dollars. It's about the devotion, the bold step of faith that tells heaven, "I'm all in." Your gift fuels more messages like this, reaching weary hearts across the globe, and watch how God honors it with rivers of abundance flowing your way. Tap Super Thanks below. Choose your level of love, and let's build this community of miracles together. You're cherished beyond words, family. God's got you wrapped in wings of grace. Like, subscribe, Super Thanks, and let's keep the faith rising.